and then you get the 2020. So you got the first, the last, and then on New Year's Eve, we'll do 2021. It's just, I can't tell you, this combination of even having the 86 and the 2021 show, first time this entire year that we've had both of those in a single show for me. I have not had them in a show. So I was so excited just to see the bookend happen. Because it's funny, Mike, we talked about bookending, and we're like, oh, you gotta get the 86 somewhere. And then finally in one show, we've got that magic duo in the same hour. So obviously I'm excited about that. All right, so again, because of all the craziness going on, this is a really, really cool story as well. And it's called, look at that, can you see right there, it says, wait a minute, emergency issue. So Mike, tell us why this one is very different than other coins.
Well, the United States government, like I said, they're struggling to keep up with 2020, with the 2020 Silver Eagle production. Because with the change in design, it is the most popular Silver Eagle. When I keep saying that, the best-selling, it's the most popular, but in terms of mintage, it's not, because they can't keep up with it. So the San Francisco Mint was shut down for 2 months. And what happened is they were so far behind as they had to shut down the mints and operate the mints at such reduced staff, they were just desperately trying to keep up with demand on the American Silver Eagle. So we found out that they had made some coins at Philadelphia, Freedom of Information Act. We got a letter from the Treasury, which is behind it. And of course, you get it. Anytime we have a Treasury letter, we're going to send it with the coin. It says, in light of the ongoing coronavirus pandemic, the United States Mint has temporarily reduced production in its facilities in order to reduce the risk of employee exposure to COVID-19. The health and safety of the U.S. Mint workforce remains our highest priority. Typically, American Silver Eagle bullion coins are minted at the Mint's West Point facility. However, due to the reduced production at the West Point Mint facility amid the coronavirus pandemic from April 8th until April the 20th, those 12 days in April, the United States Mint at Philadelphia produced 240,000 American Silver Eagle bullion coins. These were minted in Philadelphia and all packaged manually as well. So these are those coins, those Philadelphia minted coins. Now, here's the interesting thing. I have sold these now. I mean, we sold out all our Annex, all our NGCs, all our PCGS. Excuse me. All I have left is the ICGs. I don't even have ICG 70s. All I have is ICG Mint State 69. That's it. There are no other emergency issue coins. They are completely and totally sold. I believe all 240,000 coins have been graded, are in collectors' hands. I've got a tiny, tiny quantity, final quantities of this Mint State 69 coin. But this was all before I got this other information. We thought they'd made all of these coins at Philadelphia from 86 to 99. Right. So at the end of the day now, Philadelphia minted Silver Eagles are all of a sudden come at a monstrous premium because in essence, none of them were made at Philadelphia. So now the very first time they made any coins at Philadelphia was the 2015 right. Philadelphia minted special, and that was a supplemental mint. They were trying to help again that year. In 2015, they only made 75,000, but that coin in this condition, I mean, I think it's a $500-600 coin at the very least. Wow. This coin, they only made 240,000. They are sold out. It's one of the best-selling coins we've ever had in the history of HSN, prior to the knowledge that now they have only recently made a few coins. So we thought that the production, sum total of the production of the Philadelphia Minted Eagles was tens, if not hundreds of millions of coins. Right. The actual number is less than 2 million. That's insane. All of them together between the 15s and... Like, you gotta say, all the experts, all the guys who know what they're doing, literally thought it was millions and millions of coins in the Philadelphia Mint. And if you saw the story on the 86, 87, and you see that graphic where it literally said 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 till 2015, that makes this coin so much more significant, even than a week ago. Absolutely. Right? And that's the fact crazy. That we have, and by the way, you do get that letter too that explains this whole thing. And this is one of those 240,000 coins. So understand they're going to make at the United States Mint They're going to make 30 million coins this year. 240,000 of them came from Philadelphia.
Wow.
240,000 of them came from Philadelphia. You get that letter, too, that explains the entire thing. Behind that is what the boxes look like. The United States government does not sell Mint State Silver Eagles directly to the United States public. They only sell them through a series of what are called authorized purchasers, APs. There's only 12 in the world. I think there's only 9 in the United States. Okay, the rest are, in essence, overseas. And you get those, that's a 500-count box of American Silver Eagles. And in that letter, it explains the box numbers or serial numbers of the boxes that contain the Philadelphia Mint coins. Box 400,000 through box 400,479. Gives you information about what the rarity is of that. That one is obviously empty. I'm down to, these are my final issue, emergency issue coins. I mean, I don't have any Annex coins. I don't have any PCGS coins. I don't have any NGC coins. I just don't have any coins. I have a friend of mine that went out, and I mean, he's one of the biggest dealers in the country, trying to find another box of emergency issues. Gone.
No kidding.
He couldn't find it. It wasn't even a question of price to get them certified. Every one of these coins is priced, it's sold, it's out in the marketplace.
Wow. I
have got these in stock in the Mint State 69s. Like I said, the Mint State 70s, 100% sold out. In all grading services, the Mint State 69s, 100% all sold out from the grading services other than these ICGs that I have.
You know, Mike, I just want to explain, too, why is the significance of the number and the green box to the coin? Because a lot of people don't understand the green box connection.
Well, the green box is how the coins are released from the United States Mint.
Right.
The United States Mint releases these coins in those boxes. That is a box. They come sealed, as a matter of fact. And if you look at that letter, down at the bottom of the letter, they identify the box numbers. Each box number, they're identified with a number on the outside. It identifies the box numbers that the Philadelphia minted coins came in.
Right, because the coins themselves do not have a P on them.
They do not. So you have to get the original box, and that original box must go to the certification or grading company in the sealed box.
Right.
And it
just
must
like
go
this.
in the sealed box. You can see right there, but tracking numbers 400,000 through 400,479 are the boxes that were Philadelphia minted boxes. And so that's what we get. That's what the opportunity is, that you've got every single one of these boxes, and that's 400,261 that we've done there. That's a representation of one of the Philadelphia minted boxes. And that's the only way to get one of these coins, because it's not marked Philadelphia, so it has to be certified.
Right.
You cannot buy an emergency issue coin that is not certified.
Right, because this literally, with the straps on it, and you can see where they actually put the straps, right, has to go directly to the grading company. It can't go to Mike first and then hang around for a while, and you can't cut the straps. It literally has to go directly to them with the straps intact to prove that this was the emergency collection from the Philly Mint. And they had to get from the Freedom of Information Act this letter, because seriously, they weren't going to tell everybody that they did these in Philly as an emergency. Again, that's what makes it so rare and so collectible. You get the letter that tells that story, but they forced the U.S. Mint to tell the story in this case, which I love because they have to tell it, and they will tell it. They're just not out there running around saying it. They got more important things to do. But again, that's why it goes back. That's why we can't keep these in stock. That's why Mike has no other grading companies of this coin available right now, except for what you're seeing right here. And we only have a few hundred. This is another one of those that I know, Mike, you're probably going to have it on tonight's show. I wouldn't hesitate to get it if you're thinking about ordering it right now.
Very good. And then I have the burnished coin coming up next, which is equally, if not more so, important as well.
Right.
The burnished coin that's coming up next is I think, equally, if not more important than this coin. But you have to understand that your 2020 collection is simply absolute, and everybody's adding to their 2020 collection, is absolutely 100% not complete. Not complete without an emergency issue coin, without an emergency issue coin. I think that is of absolutely crucial importance for you to understand, that you must have one of these emergency issue coins. So they only made 240,000 in total.
And how many of those graded 69?
In total.
But Mike, how many approximately those graded 69, 70 in that range?
Oh, I would say between 69 and 70, since they're 2020s, probably 200,000 of them is my guess. There were so GMBU coins out there that have sold in this range for, in essence, coins that did not grade 69 or 70. The 70s are all sold out at basically $300 to $400.
Wow.
Current market on those remains
Wow.
$300 to $400 at the very least. So to be able to get mint state 69 coins, period, I think is very, very, very important. By the way, the letter comes with this that explains this absolutely unique situation at the United States Mint, those 12 days in April. And the fact that they were hand packaged, and it says in the letter that they were packaged manually, and because of the manual packaging, the grading was very, very poor on these coins for a modern issue coin. I mean, you go back to 86, like the 86 and 87 coins, those coins, I mean, getting 69s and 70s is even worse. So to be able to get the Philadelphia minted coins, just the fact that, and every one of the coins has to be certified. Modern issue coins simply don't get certified what we call GEMBU. They're all certified 69 or 70. Not the case. The emergency issue is so important. Every single solitary coin went into a holder, whether it was GEMBU or even if it was, mint state, 50. Extra fine. Even if it was a coin that was dropped and rolled around on the floor and, drop kicked to the end of the room, it went in a holder, because just by virtue of the fact that it's certified emergency issue means that it's collectible. And of all the millions of Americans that are trying to collect American Silver Eagles, literally only a handful of them are going to be able to, from a standpoint of how many coins proportionally are out there, are even going to be able to own an emergency issue American Silver Eagle.
And again, you're talking about we're talking about that whole bookend story. Again, we're going to remind you the 86, 87, but we've got the 2020, and then again, the more stories Mike can tell you means the more rare they are, and he's got a whole lot of these tonight. And again, this is another one of those great examples. With the extended return policy, this is the first show I've done with Mike. Now are in our extended return policy. Like I said, get him at home, use our FlexPay, and hold on to him. Watch what happens over the next 5 months.